Alright, I finished Sekiro, and that means the curse has been broken and I can finally get back to Dead Cells. And first thing to see, apparently boss cells have been changed up a little bit. Yeah, I just upgraded to the beta of the newest update, and I guess now legendary items increase all your stats. Maybe like the symmetrical lance that you get from the Hand of the King the first time you beat him, and only on 3 boss cells and higher. That is an interesting change. I guess I can kind of see why, because in general, legendary weapons tend to lag behind on other, biome-appropriate weapons a little bit. They tend to be a little bit less powerful. They only give you 1 stat up. Unless it's something that really works well with your synergy, or something that you could get a very valuable... Something that you could possibly get a very valuable affix on, because you can re-roll them easier. They've mostly just been extra cash fodder, basically. So giving them an extra stat comparatively is an interesting change. I think that the most interesting thing that's going to come out of that is the fact that now perfecting bosses, getting the legendary weapon you get from that, is going to become much more important. Because suddenly... perfect. Because suddenly, a legendary weapon could be the difference between having a good run and a bad run in some ways. Because it's the most overpowered sort of weapon that you could get at this point. Potentially. I mean, it still might kind of lag behind him. I mean, I might get to the Concierge or something and get like a legendary Nutcracker 5 or something. But if you have the Forge completely upgraded, yeah, it's never very useful. Now it might be too useful. And by that specifically, I mean that it's like, I don't know. I've always been kind of on the fence about perfecting bosses. It's just that legendary weapons were never amazing. I mean, they're good, certainly, and they can be useful in certain circumstances. It's just they were never essential to a run until now. It reminds me a lot, actually, of Enter the Gungeon, where, if you've never played Enter the Gungeon, if you perfect a boss, you get a master round, which gives you an extra heart container. It's an extra 2 hits you can take on later floors, and that can mean the difference between... Yeah, sure. That can mean the difference between, living or dying, potentially. It's something that makes, fighting the earlier bosses, if you have the earlier bosses down, all right, nice, completely pat, and they're easy, trivial, you're getting bored on the first floor. Now you suddenly got like a secondary objective to do. Don't get hit at all, and suddenly you get a huge advantage for the rest of your run. However, I think that just puts a lot of stress on you. It's really something that's frustrating if you just get accidentally grazed once and suddenly you are at a disadvantage for the rest of the run, everything like that. And I feel like that might be the case now in Dead Cells as well, with these changes to legendary items. Potentially. I want to see. I'm going to be going for the Concierge because that's probably the easiest one to perfect of the various bosses. I'll be looking for elites that have... legendary weapons too, everything like that. Legendary shrines, obviously. It's not like there's only one place to get legendary weapons, but it's the most consistent way to do so. And I do think that Dead Cells is a game that doesn't really work best when you can't get hit at all. Now, certainly that is a huge mechanic on higher cell difficulties, but you have to beat the lower cell difficulties to even get to this point in the first place. So I feel like there's some balancing there. And also, it's not like there's original content aside from the 5-cell spoiler area here, so it's not terrible. It's funny because talking about Sekiro there, it's actually a very similar sort of thing to that, where that is a Souls game where you are very much encouraged not to get hit because you can very easily get stunned into a combo that will instantly kill you. You can very rarely take any more than 3 hits in any individual battle in that game. And it's like, that's fine for the most part. Dodging and everything. No, why? Dodging and everything, or not dodging, but deflecting is a huge part of the gameplay in that and everything. But I don't know. I feel like the loss of a margin for error is something that frustrates me a lot. And that's why I think that I would be frustrated if it's like you get a big advantage, but only if you have no margin for error in any one of the boss fights. Yeah, you know, Sekiro, I'd like to say probably not my favorite of the Souls games. Still really enjoyed it, though. I mean, obviously I enjoyed it enough that I got completely swept up in it for a week and did not Hey, nice. And did not update anything else on the channel. Hey, it happens, man. Same thing happened when I played Baba Is You. Sometimes I just, like, pick a game and it's like, well, I said the curse. It's like, it is like that. I am now cursed to beat Sekiro, and I will not stop until I do that. But yeah, one of the things I think that really exemplified kind of how I feel about that game is that one of the final bosses says, like, hesitation is defeat on killing you. And I'm just like, I wasn't really hesitating. It was more that I didn't know what you were going to do. So I died. I mean, with multi-phase battles in that game especially, it's like you can have the first phase down where you're not getting hit at all and where you're absolutely crushing the enemies, and then you get absolutely crushed because you die so quickly. I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why I always suggest in, like, early Dead Cells going for survival runs. It's because being able to kind of learn an enemy's patterns, you know, to get hit a couple times and then adjust to that is important. But something like Sekiro didn't really have that, and that's... Well, overall, I think they probably shouldn't have had multi-phase battles just because of how quickly you can die and how tedious it can get over time. But that's been something that they've also been doing a ton in Souls games since especially Dark Souls 3, where every boss had multiple phases. But those, they can be wildly different moves there. Anyway, this is not the Sekiro. We can talk about this when I'm actually doing the Sekiro videos, but you know what I'm talking about here. Still got that on the mind, having just finished it. Every boss beat, well, most of the side quests done. Whoa, that was very spooky, and yet somehow I managed to get out of it anyway. Yeah, survival runs, man. They are still quite rough a lot of the time. Wanted to do one today because I had a very good survival run on stream recently. Wanted to see if I could get that lightning strike twice. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It is still normal 5-cell mode, and as I always say with Dead Cells, you ain't ever safe. But who knows? Maybe a survival run comboed with getting a very good legendary weapon could be just what the doctor ordered. The doctor being me in this case. I mean, I'm not a real doctor, but I play one on the internet. Oh, no. Absolutely not. You're also not survival scaling, which is another reason why I wouldn't take that, but that's one of several. Still think that they should make the cursed sword. I mean, if the cursed sword is going to have that many disadvantages, might as well just make it permanently colorless. Although I think that there's like a specific whole like set of shenanigans that you have to have associated with colorless weapons, so you can't just make a weapon natively colorless. I don't know how this game is programmed. I mean, despite what some people might think in the comments, I'm not actually a part of the development team for Dead Cells. I don't know when it's coming out on Switch. Soon, I hope. But anyway. Heavy crossbow. I don't know. That could be good, but I'm working with a 200% a level hemorrhage Final Fantasy VII here, so I am not going to be giving that up for anything. It's such a good weapon. I proved in the hemorrhage run, I'd like to say, that hemorrhage is just a fantastic weapon in general, and getting a very powerful version of it is something that I am not going to be giving up anytime soon. Oh, elites. So very many of them. And before I was trying this, I had a spate of runs where I was getting a bunch of box elites, so, you know. Happy to see that that's at least not happening right now. Can I roll through? No. Good try, though. Admirable attempt. All right, there we go. Would it be worth it? Yeah, I think it would. I don't really need any more brutality right now. I'm actually doing just fine on that. And I should sell that ice grenade, too. Just get it out of here and get some benefit from it. As always, big thing I'm worried about is Malaise. Would really like it if extended healing gave you Malaise reduction with more consistency. Or at least if there was something that you could do. Maybe like every 3 enemies you fight gives you a malaise reduction, because as it is right now, it's just too much of a grab bag to want to take. But it's also, aside from, you know, killing bosses with necromancy on, the only way that you can deal with malaise at all, aside from, you know, finding a lucky piece of food or something like that. It's the thing that brutality still has over survival right now. As nice as this stat is, and as much as I love my green outfit that I'm wearing right now, a lot of the times I think I'd still rather be red than dead. Redemption. Actually, speaking of Final Fantasy VII, is that coming out? Is that ever going to come out? Yes, I'll take it. I am still wondering about that. I mean, we now have a release date for Death Stranding, a game that I seriously was thinking might just never come out at this point. I finally got into, you know, checking out some of the trailers and everything for that. Definitely seems like something I'm going to want to... I'm probably going to want to play it. I'll just say I'm going to probably want to play it. For the channel? I don't know, maybe. But it seems interesting enough. I think the ultimate takeaway, now that I've kind of done a little bit of research into what exactly that game is supposed to be about and everything, seems like it's just Kojima doing the same thing that he was doing with MGS2 for Revengeance. Which, if you've never played those games, one of the big themes in it is that humanity is now connected on a level that we've never seen before. But all those connections, you know, through the usage of technology, but all those connections are shallow and largely meaningless compared to true interpersonal connections. It also makes it so that humans are much easier to fool and manipulate into thinking whatever sort of evil character, it varied in the games, wanted you to think. And I thought that it wasn't done great in MGS2, and even kind of MGS4, but like Revengeance I thought he just knocked out of the park. So maybe at this point in time, Death Stranding is going to be... I mean, you know, I really should have saw this coming in the first place when they called it Death Stranding. The whole strands thing. Like, I don't know, maybe at this point in time he's got enough... Ooh, do I want to? Nah. Maybe he's got enough experience with that sort of a story that he's wanted to tell for some time now that he'll be able to really nail it in this one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Aside from that, it looks like a crazy game. A dude with a skull mask named Die Hard Man, which is ridiculous. Kojima, you can't do that. Anyway, this is apparently the episode where I talk about everything except for Dead Cells. The run's still going fantastically. Hemorrhage is a great weapon. Like, what do you want me to say on that one? I'm still looking for something like Symmetrical Lance, Shovel, Seismic Strike. I think would actually be quite fun, just because that's a weapon that I haven't really used too much. It seems like it's something that I haven't been given. You know, I usually say that I don't really give like weapons that I don't like the time of day. I should be giving them the time of the day, though. I should at least be seeing what's up, what's going on, how I can use it effectively. It's always been one that seemed like it was slow, not super slow, but slow enough that it wasn't really usable in a way that I would like it to be. And then I never really thought that the whole gimmick about it rooting enemies in place was all that good. Maybe I can get turned around on that now. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I suppose that it's just like, you know, I shouldn't be saying that until I actually have the weapon in my hands. But it is one that I'm going to prioritize here. Just because, why? Don't. I'm not going to use the invisibility. I am going to take it for the stats, but like, you know, one of the reasons why I had a really good run on stream there was because I had this necklace. I'm not going to use it. I just need to take it for the stats. I'll get rid of it soon enough. Don't worry. Okay. Full potion charges. No malaise. Not a lot of money, but I can deal with that. That's like of least concern type of thing here. Overall, a pretty nice setup of stuff. I'd like to replace my shield. I don't think the shield is incredible. But the powerful grenades are, hemorrhages, some way to get poison, and I'd be on easy street here. Well, some consistent way to get poison. I mean, not just enemies when they die throw down poison. That's not the sort of consistent poison that I'm talking about. Die hard, man. It's just the most ridiculous thing. What do you got? This is actually not terrible. It is a little bit more powerful, too. Yeah, sure, I'll mess around with this. We all know how good hemorrhage is. I don't really need to go prove that to anybody else right now. However, broadsword is something that I don't really mess around with enough. I want to mess around with it a little bit more. Get wrecked. You 2 and you 3. All right. Come on, getting pretty close to 60 kills. That would... did I get hit there? I did. Dang. I freaked out because... Okay, good. I didn't actually use it. I freaked out because I thought I was going to get hit by that shocker, and that would have been a lot more than a little bit of malaise taken, after all. All right, that would be better. That would be better as far as a shield goes. I think that if I get the cash money for it, and I am so close, I don't really see any reason why I wouldn't. I'll mess around with it, sure. Ugh. Get coughing there. Not like the Pokemon. Sure. I mean, it's going to be better just in general. Alright, here's the thing. I'm not really worried about taking too much damage right now from the malaise, or even from the health's sake, because of necromancy. Because necromancy will also cover me when it comes to the... That not hit. Necromancy will also cover me when it comes to malaise after the next boss fight. And I do think that this should be fine for a legendary weapon type of run, at least I hope. Obviously, hemorrhage would have been better, but I want to switch it up. I want to change it up. Flip it, turn it upside down. So I'd like to take a minute, sit right there, tell you how I'm going to beat the Concierge without getting hit. How I became the Fresh Prince of Concierge. That kind of works. A little bit too many syllables, but otherwise, I'd like to say the cadence is correct. Interesting. Okay. All right, all right, all right. I am going to take you. And there, now I don't have to worry because that breaks invisibility now, so I don't have to worry about accidentally having something too powerful. And also a turret. I mean, turrets, when it comes to using... Yeah, when it comes to using a survival run, tend to be more powerful than your average bear, so... 4, 3, 2, 1, and it didn't matter anyway. But we're done. Yeah, I'd like to say that taking Alienation, which is not called, it is called Acceptance, was a good choice here. Ah! Watch out! And also, I am definitely getting enough use out of this owl for it to be considered a hugely worthwhile take. Also, come on, I gotta rep that. I mean, I'm always about repping the cherry thing, never about repping the bird part of the name. Or the Firebird part of the name, where I'm talking about Pontiacs. That really just barely clipped me. Oh, that is frustrating. Oh well. Everybody get up here. I'm gonna be shooting a million bolts. I don't know where that owl gets them bolts, but it sure does. I don't think it be like it is, but it do. Okay, what do we got going on here? Nothing. And it's unfortunate that I didn't get the 60 kills, but I can deal. I can live with it. Yeah, it's unfortunate that you don't have the extremely overpowered invisibility owl build that you used to be able to do, where the owl wouldn't break invisibility and you could literally just sit still and let it kill every single enemy around you without you even needing to lift a finger. But hey, at the same time, that I guess, ooh, shovel would be nice. I guess Motion Twin is okay with putting in something overpowered in the form of the invisibility necklace, just not something that overpowered. There's different levels. There's a different stratification of overpoweredness, I suppose. Or at least that's what it seems like. I don't think there's any more cursed chests, so I'm not really concerned about that. But there are more elites. And I will take that. Alright, come on. How did I not get the parry there? That was like flawless parry work, I'd like to say. Reveals invisible enemies. I'll take it. Just because I can't take the invisibility necklace. That's absurd. It is far too powerful. Too rich for my blood. Okay. Then I guess I'm gonna go take that piece of watered melon and get out of here to the first boss. Hopefully be able to deal with this. And hopefully I'll also have enough money to be able to... acceptance. Right. How could you forget? No, really, how could you forget that? Yes, hopefully I'll be able to upgrade my owl and then be able to get the most out of that I possibly can. Wasn't gonna get cursed anymore now, was I? Well, show me. There we go. That'll do it. All right, get to that boss. And with a pretty good haul, all things considered. All right, most important question to answer. Can I upgrade my owl? Dang. Well, I might be able to in the next area. Aside from that, dead inside. Always a potent combination when it comes to survival runs. We're ready to go. Okay, now I'm working with a melee weapon. I do have one ranged bit of weaponry. But aside from that, shield... Oh, well, two ranged bits of weaponry. My owl and my bomb. Look, aside from that, gonna have to be a little bit careful. And I've already failed. I hate it. Oh well, hopefully in the next area here I'll be able to get a... Hopefully in the next area here I'll be able to get like a legendary shrine or something instead. That's what I would like to achieve as of right now. Along with world peace. Cool. Just unfortunate that owl goes away if I get hit. Also glad to see the shield actually doing quite a good job with making sure that I'm poisoning enemies. That's only a mild increase in damage since I don't have that with the broadsword, but I do have that with the bomb and the owl, which is the important bit. So I'll have to make sure that I get that combo ready and going. Oh, come on. I was hoping you were going to jump. I meant jump faster. Boy, there was just no chance that I was going to get the legendary weapon here, was there? Oh, come on. I miss when you can just get him in the corner. Constantly get those sick hits. And jump. Sweep. Hit. And done. Okay. Well, that was terrible. What do you want from me here? I played that bad, I'll admit. Ooh, sure. Let's get my health back up. Not gonna... I don't think it's worth taking. I think I got a good enough set of stuff right now that I want to. Otherwise, keep everything here, but... eh. And I can't upgrade still. No, I'm like 1,000 off. Dang. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. And that's fine. There will be more opportunities for crushing bosses in the future. And by more, I mean like one, because I'm not going to be able to do that against the hand, and then the final boss, it doesn't matter. It's the final boss. No game after that. But aside from that, can still just go grab all the curse chests possible, really buff myself up to the gills here. Not going through the prison depths has kind of limited the amount of stats that I'm going to get by 2, but, you know, hey, that's still a substantial amount. And also my choice of owl is maybe hurting me a little bit as well. Ah, yes, see invisible enemies, and you can actually see that here. Feels pretty good to actually have that. Oh, nice. The owl apparently really counters bombers. Look at that. Take him down, old man. Three left. Anyway. And... okay, there we go. Yeah, they have like just a little tiny outline, but that's enough, really, to be able to kind of see what's going on. Definitely appreciate it. And you can, I mean, that's the big thing with the broadsword. You do have to kind of predict where strikes are coming from. You can't just go at it however you want. Because the weapon is still far too slow for that to be effective. And... wow, that was weird. Okay, come on. This is the most obnoxious. And one more. Wow, what an elite. What an elite. Boy, it's a good thing that I am really being careful with curses here, because otherwise this could be so very much worse. Oh, well, as soon as I get my owl upgraded, it will start to be a lot better, I'd like to say. And otherwise, just being able to see invisible enemies is giving me a pretty big advantage right now. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. For now. It's going to be something to worry about in the future, certainly. And I only get 2 points of tactics, which is not nothing, but is going to be something of an issue when it comes to really trying to stack as many points of survival into, you kidding me, as possible over time. I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. That's kind of an interesting take. I don't think I'm going to take it because scaling doesn't really matter too much with that item specifically, but overall there's a chance that that could... okay. Come on. Overall there's a chance that like just getting poison and bleed at the same time could also be useful just on its own. Okay, there we go. And then one more of these, one more of those, and we're good. Gotta be using my shield a little bit more. The shield has been something I've been neglecting quite a bit here. And being able to parry enemies, definitely useful. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be win the game for me or anything, but hey, you know, if you got it, you should use it. All right, and then I want from you this. Oh, that's not even actually all that much. That's fine, though. And there should be one more cursed chest around here as well. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful related to that. God, seeing invisible enemies is actually really good. I'm going to have to remember that if I'm in areas like this, I should be prioritizing getting one of these necklaces. You know, aside from the one that just gives me invisibility myself. I did do a parry there. You all saw it. Just because I do think that a lot of times that I get hit in this area, it's because enemies are invisible. The foggers do a quite good job of making sure that I cannot see enemies. Where does that bird even spit those arrows out from? I'm gonna wait until I'm not gonna be getting killed by enemies, and we're good. Oh, cursed chests. Such a rollicking good time. Single hit kills. I mean, you know, I was talking a lot about how don't like the fact that you can't get hit in boss fights, but hey, there is an entire big set of mechanics related to being cursed and all that. This is part of the game and has been part of the game since the very beginning. Curses have always been here, being more or less useful over time. Finally topping off at being extremely useful for good reason, I would like to say. If I'm going to be dying in one hit, you better be giving me a real good reason as to why I should be risking that on myself. There we are. And bam. What you got? Nah, nothing here really useful. I mean, I am going to be able to see the knife throwers in the next area too, and also in the castle. Do they appear in the castle? I think they might replace the arbiters now, but I don't know. It's not going to be amazing, though. Not going to be of tantamount importance, like I think here you could make the case for it being. Maybe. That said, I did hit 20 survival at this point. If I meant to sell the watermelon, because taking that would curse me. And I did remember that this time. Okay. Actually, not a terrible impaler at all. It's quite good, but just does not fit in the build that I'm going for here. I should probably at some point re-roll my broadsword or get a new one, just because I would like to get 100% on poison, just because I can get that with my shield right now. It would be a pretty decent combination. I probably prioritize trying to get poison a little bit too much. I mean, it is a 100% damage increase, but I could just also get something that's doing more damage than double damage on my weapon regardless. Maybe. I don't know, that's one of those things where I absolutely refuse to do math in the game. Certainly I could just go look this up and see, hey, if I had a rank whatever wolf trap or something, that would actually be more effective than having poison, but anyway, I did manage to get here in time to get you, so that's a pretty nice accomplishment, even though nothing here is any good. I honestly, I would switch out my broadsword at this point in time. I don't really think that's going to be extremely useful now. Yeah, I just want the poison. Just because, again, do have that with the shield, so might as well keep rolling with that sort of synergy going on here. So the big reason that I only have 20 points of survival is because I do have 2 of those points being... Oh, and also the broadsword. Yeah, it's all of my secondary weapons and equipment is making it so that I am lagging a little bit behind on the extremely huge amounts of stats that I could possibly be getting here. But at the same time, the synergies here are working out regardless. thought I saw a wall rune there. Synergies are working out regardless, and I'd like to say that this isn't the traditional sort of run, but it is functioning pretty well. Okay, I'll take that. How do I get in there, though? It is working out pretty well. Well, here first, what do you got? Actually, I should have gone for the turrets and saw if I could get a wolf trap. So I am still looking for that. Okay, so it looks like it would be over above it. Just take a look in this area and see if I can go grab that, because it is almost definitely going to be an upgrade compared to what I got right now. Here we are. Indeed. Okay, good. And that is... I mean, it's more damage, but it doesn't have the same sort of synergy. That's okay. I mean, really, just the ability... As always, I think that the powerful grenade is one of the best sort of combos that you can get when it comes to any survival-based run, just because it is covering a lot of the weaknesses. That's a legendary shrine. All right, let's go. It's covering a lot of the weaknesses that survival weapons have. It's very quick to use. It's... okay, interesting. It's very quick to use. It's very large explosion, hits a lot of things at once. And overall is just easy to use. You just slam a jam it down. Not even worry about it past that point. I mean, that's okay. It's not amazing. I want to go get you. 200% damage, 3... wow, yeah, no, that's good. I mean, it's not quite the same level as Broadsword 9. I mean, it's only one less, but... like, man. The choice is clear. Alright, so... if you were wondering, yeah, I think it's probably worth going for legendary weapons every time you can. And there we go, one enemy left to fight. Should be easy. Provided that I don't have to go through a trap hall before getting to the next area. No. I wouldn't really call a lore a trap. Maybe. Maybe you would. I don't know. Alright, dogs, I'm cursed here. So, you know, anytime. Poisons enemies. You could be worth taking. Do think that's a quite good item to be grabbing if there was one. Parry shield also very good against this upcoming boss, so would not be opposed to that on that point either. Thank you, Invisibility necklace. That could have been quite bad. Also, take out my owl. I keep forgetting that you don't get the owl taken out after you go into... oh, right. I'm using a faster weapon, something I'm not really used to. But yeah, I'm going to say it right now. I think that it's just going to be like prioritize... yeah, going survival, prioritizing fast melee weapons. That's going to become one of the best ways to do 5-cell mode at this point in time. It depends on if they're going to keep this exactly as such. That was close. Okay. Swift sword. Doing me quite good. And you know what? I'll take this for gold as well as a sell. Or was that the one that I just sold? No, that's this one. Or it's this one too, if it's not actually this one. A lot of interesting stuff going on here. An interesting way that kind of changes up how you play the game. Perfecting bosses is going to become so much more important, which is something that I feared. Because, yeah, they are also considered, like, S-rank weapons on top of that. It's not just that they are... All right, let's go grab that curse chest. Yeah, it's not just that they are, it's not just that they give you extra stats. They are also considered to be on, like, the level of S-rank from wherever you get them from. So if you, it's going to be especially important if you don't have the forge fully upgraded. I don't know. I don't know. It's not terrible, but I'm not going to take it. If it was something like an infantry grenade, that might be a little bit more tempting, but right now, I'm not going to worry about it. I guess it is all the stats are spread out. You get one of each, so you can't get 2 points of survival or something like that, which would be the ideal, but still. I'm going to say that is not a tremendously huge impact on whether I would or wouldn't use it. Okay. All right. This is the last curse chest after all. There we go. All right, curses done for the game now, so it's just all about surviving and seeing how it goes. I mean, in some ways, you got to think about it. It's like they are legendary weapons. You want them to be as good as possible. It's just too powerful. Too powerful, I suppose, is the way to look at it. Yeah, it wouldn't be a terrible take. Neither would this, but I don't think it's worth it. It's actually like a little bit more powerful than the Swift Sword that I'm working with right now, but no, I'm not going to worry about it. Also has that sick poison synergy that I always love to love. Okay. And is there anything that gives me like a increased movement speed after Bloodthirsty Shield? So that's something. I mean, it's not nothing. I don't know, maybe I'll look at just trying to like... that's a little bit too much stuff to try to concentrate on. Gotta hit him with a shield, then hit him with the... Then I can start using my sword and only do it in that order and make sure I kill an enemy with a shield. No, that's too much. I don't want to think about this too much, at least for right now. When it gets too later in the run, it might suddenly might be singing a little bit different tune, but for now, I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. Let's go, and there. Well over 100 kills now. Especially with that sort of... Oh, no! Like, the second that I say anything, why do I even talk? Right, because that's a huge crux of the whole channel. But still! There. Oh, well, like I said, Malaise. It's all about Malaise. Making sure that I keep Malaise down as much as possible, and then going from there. Because Necromancy is the only thing that matters as far as keeping myself healthy. Potion charges are going to be used entirely for the Malaise. And having a fast weapon, it's like... that is never something you want to scoff at when it comes to... survival runs. They are just incredibly useful on every single front. Not going to be going for the Giant. Don't get me wrong. I probably could go for the Giant. I think I got the sort of build that would actually deal with the Giant pretty well. It's just I want to go for a winning run here. As always, want to check down here because I feel like I've seen more things spawn there than I would have expected. And there and there. Okay. Also keeps some money pretty good. Not that I've gotten rid of the broadsword, it doesn't really matter that I have like a ton of cash for re-rolling stuff, but could come up. Aside from that, I guess there's like a chest over there that I didn't really take a look at, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think whatever I'm going to get from the chest wouldn't really matter all that much anyway compared to just getting on with the run here. What you got? Take an upgrade for the shield or something. Yeah, sure. Getting very close to 30 points in... Getting very close to 30 points in survival now, which is always a nice get. Aside from that, I do think it's probably worth replacing you with you, and we would just go full extended healing. Yeah, sure. Because, hey, it's not just that it does extend healing, it also increases your DPS and heals more. And I can generally avoid getting hit, you know, comboed to death. Generally. At least I'd like to say that I can accomplish that. You might disagree. Oh, dang. But hey, got the parry. And I got hit again? Come on. And then I didn't get hit? Well, this is just a... Okay, I'm not going to say this is the best I've ever played or anything. Okay, now I'm going to say it's maybe the worst I've ever played. Alright, come on. Can at least pull this one out. I was saying, Sekiro already would be dead. Whoa. Didn't think I was going to climb up the wall there. What? I actually got killed? Wow. All right, then. That was a quite good run, but it just goes to show you, don't get too cocky. And I'm back with a much better run. 2 legendary weapons, and both of them are pretty good. Although the symmetrical lance I got pretty early in the game, so it's only 150% damage, but the affixes that it has on it make up for that quite well. Unfortunately, the second that I get hit, I lose 50% damage, but hey, what are you gonna do? And yeah, it's okay. Really just nailing the gameplay here, aren't I? Anyway, something else interesting is that apparently the Thunder Shield has now been changed up, so instead of discharging all of the damage at once, it now just stuns enemies, which is quite unfortunate. It's the amount of damage that it was doing was so good. Okay. Not a big fan of the amount of Malaise that I'm taking, but hey, this time I'm not going to be afraid to blow one of my potion charges so that I don't die. For example, right now. There we go. Really, it's just the Malaise that I'm worried about. And... alright. Okay. Stun is not extremely effective against bosses, of course. Just because bosses get resistance to that pretty quickly. Well, too bad that I didn't get a perfect fight there, but I didn't really expect to either way, because, man, Timekeeper when you're working with... what do you got? Nah. Timekeeper when you're working with survival weaponry is a little bit tougher. I mean, if you have a particularly good shield, it's not too bad, but Thunder Shield is not quite the beast that it was, well, just a couple updates ago. Too bad, too bad. One thing that I do want to do is re-roll my Wolf Trap once more, since... yes, Toxic Cloud around the trap. That's what I was looking for. Unfortunately, didn't get any survival points with that, but hey, it's a lot of extra... almost kind of tempting to try to re-roll this just to get maybe 100% on poison target. You know what? Let's go. Okay, sure. I'll take that. Lose out on the 40%, but I should pretty consistent... I'm probably going to be switching up this weapon for something else in this biome. What am I even saying here? It's just the most obvious sort of thing right now. As much as I like getting the 3 stats, it's not worth... oh wait, if you re-roll it, you lose all the stats on it? I didn't even notice that until right now. Okay, that makes a big difference. Like a big, I want to say probably unintentional difference. Because, yeah, that's a no good. Alright, well, the damage for that is terrible enough. I need something that scales with survival now, because this is an entirely worthless piece of equipment to me now. Ooh, boy. Oh, Nelly. Ooh, baby, it's a triple. There we go. Feel like that's... I cannot imagine that that is an intentional piece of gameplay here. That's gotta be a bug, right? I don't know. Well, anyway, there's a number of weapons that I'm going to be able to... Yep, like this one right here. As soon as I'm able to, you know. And there we go. Okay, switch you out immediately, because, oh my god. Perhaps the worst scenario possible. Alright, anyway, so yeah, lose one stat, but hey, get probably a lot of power, all things considered. Unfortunately, not 100% on poison, which I was really hoping for. But there's still plenty of time left to go potentially find something a little bit better. We'll see. Aside from that, I'm actually doing pretty good for health. Like, 50,000 right now is nice. Just get up here. 50,000 is nice, but, you know, losing one of the potion charges in that last fight didn't really fill me with too much confidence. Ravagers are still quite the characters, aren't they? Attack very fast. Much faster than I keep thinking that they're going to attack. But I do have extended healing, which should hopefully be covering me a little bit. Maybe find a couple elites here that... Or if nothing else, a couple of elites in the next area that can help me heal up here. Oh boy, I don't know, man. It's too questionable. I'm not going to take it. I just feel like that's setting myself up for disaster. One of the problems with taking a Valmont's Whip is it's one big hit, which means that you can hit damage cap real easy. And that's not going to be doing you too much good in a boss fight then. Right into it, eh? Cool. Let's just get that damage and then do this. Oh boy. Still not liking the amount of Malaise that I got here, but I'm going to lose some after the next fight. And on top of that, there's quite a few elites left to fight right now. If I can get to that point. I'm really not entirely sure how. Really not entirely sure how, great. Well, yeah. Just, unfortunately, that's the world we're living in, baby. I don't like it any more than anybody else. There we go. At least I got a good wolf trap, which is going to have some very nice synergy with this weapon. Which is not showing up right now, but will be very soon. Really, it's if I could have just kept that... Honestly, if I could have just kept that symmetrical lance, I probably would have kept working with it. It is a quite nice weapon, after all. Okay. Ravagers, man. Alright. Oof. I don't really know how I want to approach this, but let's just... Still. Boy, is it really hard to just not get hit in this area, isn't it? But that's how it goes, man. That's 5-cell mode entirely, isn't it? I can't jump up wall for some reason. Great. Man. Okay, well, it seems like I'm gonna lose a... Oh. There is one Malaise reduction. For you, a singular Malaise reduction. Oh, well. Like I said, if I can just wait until I get to the boss, that's gonna be when I'll be able to get a decent amount of healing from necromancy alone. But that's just feeling more and more unlikely with time. Cool. There. Okay. Ooh, I will take that, though. One more. One Malaise production. That's really all I can ask for at this point, isn't it, though? Oh, boy. 5-cell mode is still... Ooh. Still quite difficult now, isn't it? 75% damage reduction could be alright, but I think that kind of sticking with my main stat is going to be better overall. Yeah, it's what it always comes down to with a survival run. Getting malaised up too much and then not being able to deal with it. It's frustrating, but it's just how it do. Damage is still looking pretty alright. It's just... You know, I'm kind of surprised that I didn't parry that projectile there. Yeah, damage is alright. Damage is actually doing really good, but... that's only going to take you so far. I'm very glad that my stun wore out there the very second that I most needed it. Alright. Come on. 2, 1... Oh, I didn't even get to see what hit me. What I was getting grabbed by there. It was happening all so fast. And, well, gonna have to do this then. Oh, well. Might be worth... Might be actually worth grabbing a Tainted Flask, even though I'm not going to be getting too much benefit from it at the end of this area. Just because I feel like I'm getting that desperate right now. Oh boy. I'm going to check on the other side first, because I got the feeling that tonight's going to be a good night, but also that this is where the exit is going to be. Just call it a hunch. And here we go. Alright, well, not perfect. If I can actually re-roll my... You know what, let's just take this for right now, just on the off chance that I might be able to get a decent amount of usage out of Tainted Flask. I don't know what the cutoff numbers are for, like, less and less amount of enemies you need to kill, but maybe it's not going to be too high. There's a lot of elites in 5-cell area, after all. But then, yes, I'm also going to re-roll the Nutcracker, see if I can get more survival and or poison synergy. Yeah, that's pretty good. 30% on critical and all that. Fire is not really something that I can get here. Frozen, neither that. Cannot be interrupted. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty useful. Oh, there's some stuff here. Oh, I forgot to check the mutations. Oh well, next area. I guess there are actually a couple elites in this area, too. I should have probably done that. I keep forgetting that the enemies summoned in this fight are considered elites for the sake of being elites. For anything that requires elite status to work. Now, he's only going to be stunned for so long, so I'm going to wait until the next... I'm going to wait until the next phase to actually start using the wolf trap. But during that point in time, oh, trust me, we're going to see a lot of wolf trap usage. And aside from that... There we go. Yeah, that stunning isn't amazing, but it does have some pretty good usage on elites after all. Yeah, that is some oh, come on, you could have at least given me 1 second. And then I completely screwed up the timing on, well, pretty much everything. But you know how it goes. Okay, well, it's not ideal. But it's working. I got hit by something. It's very hard to tell what it is with the amount of things going on right now. And... okay. Okay, let's just go. I don't want to, But, oh, yes, I definitely will, if that means actually getting to the next area or not. Like I said, I'm going to switch out Extended Healing for Tainted Flask, I'm thinking, and that's going to be the ball game. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to see how well I can do here. I don't know. I'm interested myself, to be honest. Astrolab, let's go. And I was considering just putting up the video as the one thing right up until the... Oh, let's actually just take a look here first. 9. Wow, that's quite a few. All right. I'll try it. I mean, there's going to be, what, 2 in the tower, 2 that I have to kill to get into the tower. Probably like 1 just kind of wandering about. 1 or 2 wandering about. Still not enough, but I don't know. Kind of out of luck otherwise here, aren't I? And just keep going Necromancy. Hey, Necromancy is still pretty useful. Sure. You can just hear the confidence in my voice right now. I don't know, maybe I will manage to get maybe I'll manage to get a food shop or something, and I need like 200,000 to actually be able to get the money to afford that, but boy, I got nothing here. This is a very bad situation, needless to say. However, if I play absurdly well, also very unlikely. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen this. I don't know about the bird. Maybe that's one of those reference things. This one, though, seems to be very clear what it's saying. All right, let's go. Got anything of interest to me? Hemorrhage is actually very much of interest. I'll roll with it for a little bit here. Now, am I going to continue using it? I don't know. I feel like I want to keep the shield. Shield's pretty good. Nutcracker has some nice synergies here, but it might just be more worthwhile to try and get the most usage out of this first. Because after all, Hemorrhage, when you're looking at like 30 plus survival is let's just go, because it's still 9 enemies. Maybe I can grab 1 more. Maybe that will be the break point, and it'll only be 8, and then I still won't get it, but I don't know. Got pushed out of the way of the teleporter a little bit there. Anyway, no, it could also be that I can just find like a God, I don't know. Accessory shop could grab like a Tonic usage or something. Vampirism. Oh, yeah, what do you got? You can't see, but I'm rolling my eyes right now. Oh boy. Alright, anything else? Because it's not like I get a whole lot of chances to go and check out this place after all. Ah, yes, and floating stuff too. And, no, nothing there. Alright. Well, that was interesting. And it's no surprise, but this is the astronomer's kind of hangout, so... Astrologer. What was his name? This is where he hangs out. So this kind of checks out with the lore that we already know. There we go. Alchemist. Alchemist is the actual name that I was looking for. What a good attempt I did there. What a good boy am I. Okay, there we go. Oh, hi. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. Hey, if I got no ability to... sure. Hey, if I got no ability to heal, seems like a best chance I got now, doesn't it? All right. And that's that one area that would lead to the sonic crossbow stuff, but I am most certainly not using right now. Don't really have the health to spend. Come on. Don't really have the health to spend screwing around with that for the moment. Sonic crossbow has got some good stuff going on. Just I'd like to say, compared to some of the other weapons that you get around here, there he goes. Not as amazing. It's weird that you can catch those in a bear trap. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but that's the way I sees it. And alright. Gravity still doing a lot of work. Never underestimate that in this game. A big fall can topple the mightiest foe. And I'm not a big fan of everything else that was going on there, but this is okay. Not ideal, but that's okay. That's okay. Remember, Malaise is the enemy, and you are the cure. Thank you. Okay. I'll take a few more vittles if you want to throw them to me, game. Certainly. Great. Terrible. But you know, like I said, it's Malaise. It's not so much the damage. I'll deal with the damage. And there we go. Necromancy is keeping me covered quite well there. Put it down to 8. Okay. Sounds phantasmagorical. Whew. Still haven't found any of the other elites that I got to actually, you know, fight here first. Maybe I should be looking around for those guys first. Which probably to the left of this area over here. If I can just get some of those characters to follow me over here, I would also not be opposed to fighting them here rather than in the tower itself. Alright. Oh, or maybe it's actually over near, closer to the tower here. I still don't have a good handle on what exactly this area looks like after all. Or I don't know, maybe in one of the more recent updates they actually got rid of the keys required to do stuff right now. No, my money! My money! Which is exactly what I sounded like there. Don't lie. Oh, I just couldn't duck down fast enough. Come on! You're killing me here, literally and metaphorically. And secret area discovered, I'm well aware. No, I still need the keys. Just don't really know where they are. Which is going to be what one could refer to as an issue. I don't know. Malaise also getting up there, but hey, if I play really well, it's not gonna be a problem. That has never been an option in the history of man. Come on. So close, man. I'm so close to actually nailing a pretty decent win here, but it's, to say the least, rough going. Okay. Almost up to full health. Survival gives, survival taketh away. I'll just wait 10 seconds here. Sit back, relax, breathe. Have a good time here while we're in the Astrolab. You don't get to see the Astrolab every time. It's quite the rare opportunity. So I want to make the most of it and not worry too much about winning. Just focusing on how you play. That's right, I'm going to turn this into an ASMR channel by crook or by hook. By hook or by crook is the actual phrase that I want to go with. You just wait. And it's not like I've never done that before or anything. When I was trying to figure out, well, many things related to streaming audio issues, I have just tried straight up... talking quieter and at a very low, unenergetic level. Smoky sexy, but, like, that's not... ASMR would be another way to describe it. Let's do an episode entirely like that at one point in time. Guided meditation with dead cells. Caring and emotionally supportive Firebird tries to explain dead cells to you, but keeps getting distracted by how hard the game is. Okay, this is where I want to go. Good, because I very much was wondering where that conversation was going to go. Anyway. Not as worried about you. Slammers do a lot of damage, and they are nothing to be trifled with. Of course, it's not like I'm trying to trifle with them, it just happens that triflage occurs regardless. Anyway, what do we got? Oh, still not enough. Well, I have a few more elites to kill and everything, so there's still a good chance that I might be able to get in there and get this working regardless. We'll see. Honestly worried, but I'm pretty much... My current assessment of this run. It's good. This is a good run. I've just played it poorly. And I can pull out a win. That was, what you would call a very questionable play on my part, but it worked out. I can pull out a win, but it is going to be difficult. Okay. You know, I really wouldn't want to take him down. You know, thinking about it right now, I really wouldn't want to go grab that tonic at the moment anyway. I'd probably want to wait until at least I wasn't going to be using the bomb anymore, because that's the one that I'm definitely going to be switching out, not the wolf trap. Wolf trap enables too many synergies right now. Alright, that works out just fine. I mean, the poison makes sure that hemorrhage is working nicely, and I do think I'm going to stick with hemorrhage. Hemorrhage has just been too essential of a part of this run at this point in time. We all know it's a great weapon, and that continues to this day. Boy, Malaise is really getting up there. Not a fan, not a fan. I don't think that's 8, but it gotta be getting close if it's not. What you got? Huh. 75% damage reduction. Well, let's take a look here. 90,000 health. Boy, I'm just turning into a boss by myself, aren't I? Stared too much into the abyss, and now I have become a monster. The abyss is staring back. I'm sorry, my Nietzsche quotes are not really on point today, but I think you can understand why. It's been a rough run. Oh no, I ran out of ammo, nation. That's a Probalo. Can I at least take out the one? No, apparently not. Oh! Well, whatever works, man. Okay, I do have enough money to go and get the tonic, and I will. But still having that basically be solved by a pratfall was maybe the highlight of the run so far. All right. And I am gonna switch out for you, poor Vu. And we're gonna see where the winds of fate take me in terms of runnage. Like I said, there's a chance. Not gonna say it's a very good one, but I am gonna say that I wouldn't be opposed to having money be riding on this. I don't know. That seems like a very strange way to put it, and it is. Ain't gonna mince words here. All right. 50K to reset that. I gotta be like How many elites did I actually kill there? Probably about 6, that's it. That's really frustrating. And otherwise, that's completely useless, useless thing in this upcoming battle. Which is really too bad with no potion charges here. And I'm fairly certain that you, the Alchemist, do not, in fact, summon any sort of elites for me to kill. So, let's just see how this goes. Hope I don't run out of... Hope I don't run out of, Wow, stunning. Alright, keep going. Ammo too quickly is what I was going to say. That's fine. Well, actually, that's not fine, but, ugh. Oh boy, really? Yeah, I don't like the looks of this at all. It's too bad, because, like, one singular extra potion charge probably would have been able to do this, but it just wasn't happening. Getting hit too much, you know? Okay, let's go. Okay. Double ammo probably would have been the thing to take here. And of course I'm getting hit by this immediately. Oh no. Yep, this is the bad situation now. Ooh. And yep. He is very low on health. I mean, that's something. Arbiters, eh? Fun. Boy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Are you kidding me? That's how I got killed? Well, that was something.